Good day, everyone. I am JC Asuncion from Group 111 Himaya, and together with Karina Barshal, we are here to present our research entitled Does a Long-Term Relationship Kill Romantic Love? Well, we all want a love to last, but in having long-term relationships, experts have puzzled over the possibility of romantic love in long-term marriages. Some have assumed that very high levels of romantic love in long-term relationships might be inefficient. Maybe some agreed on that because they've been swayed by media reports exposing the dark side of love and marriage, such as high divorce rates, infidelity, and domestic violence. So, is it true that time kills romantic love for the couples? Well, in this research, we will determine the possibility that romantic love with intensity, engagement, and sexual interest can exist in long term relationships. We will review relevant taxonomies, theoretical perspectives, and research. We will also present analysis between the correlation of satisfaction with romantic love in long term and short term relationships. By reviewing related studies, we can conclude if our claims are true. To support our analysis, this research will sought to answer the following questions. Of course, we will determine the demographic information of the respondents. What it is like to be in long-term relationship, what are the factors that affect a relationship, what are the important factors that strengthen the relationship, and does romantic love without the obsession component exist in long-term relationship? So moving on to the part two, which is the methodology. Our research design is mixed method since this study attributes the components of both the qualitative and quantitative research. A meta-analysis was conducted to better support our claims and factor analysis as it presents statistical data that needed to be concluded. So for our sampling technique, we use the non-probability sampling technique for positive sampling, since we choose couple who had key factors and applicable as samples. Therefore, our participants are split into two groups. The short-term relationship group, which are mostly college students, mostly single or dating, and the long-term relationship group, which are typically married for 10 or more years, or the middle-aged participants.
And research, romantic love can and does exist in long-term marriages, with the obsessive component that is typical of early-stage romantic love. These are the factor analysis of the passionate love skills in long-term relationship. The findings of the factor analysis and correlation with relationship satisfaction support the idea that romantic love and obsession are distinct in long-term relationship. Romantic love is positively associated with long-term satisfaction, while the obsessive aspect is negatively associated. These are the meta-analysis of love types and satisfaction in short and long-term relationship. Companionate love is correlated in short-term relationship in which is somewhat connected with satisfaction, while long-term relationship were slightly highlighting the importance of calm friendship and types attachment to the success of long-term relationship. Passionate love are the short-term relationships that show nearly significantly larger association with satisfaction than long-term. Results from our meta-analysis of 25 studies showed that romantic love was strongly correlated with relationship satisfaction in both short and long-term relationships, where obsessive love was slightly correlated with relationship satisfaction in new relationship but never slightly negatively correlated with it in long-term relationship. Conclusion of the study: long-term relationship love appears to be a real phenomenon that may be beneficial to people's lives. This finding point to a reconsideration of some ideas, and close examination of lab measures that include and exclude obsession. We can organize possibilities that long-term marriage does not necessarily kill the romance in one's relationship, yet it may give inspiration to some couple as they need to make changes that will enhance their relationship quality. Recommendation: long-term relationship research haven't even so to measure romantic love. Only a few studies have done so, and they were mostly cross-sectional. Therefore, future research should be conducted and recruit from representative and culturally diverse samples to avoid biased results. This is Karina Angela and G's Asuncion from G11 Nehemiah, and this is the end of the report. Thank you and God bless.